there has been an extremely great increasing of gang stalking by females that's coming out of the past of political figures, of entertainers, and accusing them of sexual assault. They're accusing them of sexual deviance and rape. And it's unfortunate because many or most of these allegations, or none of these allegations, really have no legs to walk. There's no proof. There's no evidence. The only thing that gives it validity is if that man that's being charged or that's being accused admit to doing what they said he did. Now, the last video I had to cut short because someone was coming in the door. But I talked about Kevin Spacey. I talked about Roy Moore. I talked about Donald Trump. I talked about a few guys, political figures, that was accused of sexual harassment, sexual assault. Now, I just want to quickly say that if these men could be judged in this day and time for things that were done years ago without any evidence at all, I wholeheartedly believe that the females that's charging them, that's bringing those allegations, should also be charged for prostitution. Because most or many of those females, and maybe even all of those females, at that time probably came, or better yet, they made a deal or agreement at that time. They made a deal with the devil. They sold their souls for fame and fortune. These females probably came forward and says, I'll do anything if you help me to advance my modeling career, or if you help me to advance my acting career, or if I can get a part in a movie, or if I can move up the political chain ladder, I'll do anything. Or maybe he made the advancements and she accepted it. So if he made the advancement and she accepted it and he gave her what she wanted, then why is that a problem? So if he get charged, or if he end up losing his family or a position, then she too should be charged with prostitution. Because she sold her body. She agreed to have sex with this man. She agreed to be the woman of the night or the woman of the hour or whatever you choose to call it. She chose to do that to advance her own political agenda. Because if you notice, these females that's coming out of the past are females that have already gotten what they wanted. They've gotten their careers. They've been models. They've been actresses. They have been rose to the political status that they are. So now these females are coming forward, and a lot of them are coming forward because even to this day they're paid to do it. They're telling lies. They're spewing false allegations against these men with no evidence. And the only thing the men can do is say, I haven't been with this woman. But who is social media going to believe? Who's going to believe him? They're going to say like, well, why are all these women now, bringing these false allegations against you? What does she have to gain by lying on you, and why would she lie on you? So I think that a lot of these females that's being hired or paid, just like you have with these protests, these what they call professional protesters, these paid protesters, and you got people that's being paid to lie, to try to cause the fall of some political figure or some celebrity figure for whatever reason. The only people that know the real reasons is the person that hired these people to do this. The only people that know are the people that's bringing these false allegations, and even a lot of them don't even know why they're doing it, especially if they're being paid to do it. So with all of these females that's all of a sudden coming out of these men's past, allegedly coming out of the past of these men, should be questioned like, okay, well, what did you get out of the situation? When he sexually assaulted you, as you claim, what did you get out of it? If you refused his advancements, how did you get to where you are now? Did he give you anything in return for you spending the night with him or spending time with him? And if they did have a short relationship, that's 2 consenting adults, she prostituted herself. So shouldn't she be brought up on charges? Shouldn't this female be brought up on charges if she prostituted herself for a position up the corporate ladder? Shouldn't she be charged with prostitution if she was giving clothes or money, cars, jewelry? If she received something out of the deal, then she agreed to that. So that's illegal prostitution. So why is she able to bring allegations with no evidence against these men and she can walk away scot-free? Or, like they tried to do with Bill Cosby, sue him and try to get money out of him. Think of all of the money that Bill Cosby had to spend for attorneys. They even tried to destroy the relationship between he and his wife. That's just not by accident. And why did they wait so long to come forward? And notice, every one of these men have multiple women, one after another. What kind of generation are we living in to this day? We're living in a very strange time where men are under attack, men that's in position of authority. Whether they did it or not, if they did it and she refused his advancements, then that's something that should have been brought up a long time ago. But instead, it's brought up now at a time where he's now in a political position and he's got some type of election going on. Or like Bill Cosby, people are saying that he tried to buy up NBC Studios or something to that effect. And then now, all of a sudden, a comedian that was paid, a no-namer, outed him. And it took off just from what that little comedian said about him. So now Bill Cosby lost so much. They want to take his name off the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They took murals down in Philly with Bill Cosby on it. All of that from allegations that was never proven to be facts. But this is the time we're living in. So just like these men could be judged in the public or by the public on social media and found to be guilty before being proved innocent, these females should also be charged with prostitution if they got what they wanted. Because these females coming forward are women that have already gotten what they wanted. They had their career. They're in position of authority. So now they're going to throw the man under the bus. Because again, they're being paid to do that. So, feedback, tell me what you think. I'm going to put a link to that last video that I made on the bottom if you have not seen it. Subscribe to this channel, FearlessJ1111 on YouTube. I'm also on Twitter, FearlessJ1111. Until next time, I'm fearless.